I think it's also interesting. There was something about the London fund and kind of break it down like all the dynamics that are happening with these like investors and the fund. And there was something a little sketch about that situation because I'm
so the
trying to
company
play
was
catch
gonna
up with this story.
the company was going to raise $450 million, but it's not all in cash. $250 million of the funding was marketing credits.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the marketing credits were to influencers who are apparently going to promote the company. Influencers, none of which you've ever heard of.
Oh, cool.
But trust us, they're worth $250 million.
That makes sense. Because normally I get my checkout advice from influencers when I'm a tech company.
Right.
Trying to figure out what technology or a retailer.
Exactly. Look, unless it's Taylor Swift, your influencer purchase is not worth $250 million.
No, wrong. Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's part of the challenge. How much money they're paying Breslow, or the CEO who's coming back, is part of the challenge. And if you look at, there are a certain breed of founder that seem to really, it's almost like they're hunting investors. Usually you have founders that are like trying to pitch the company, like attract investors. They're like hunting investors, like trying to find the biggest sucker. This investor who's coming in, he said Bolt was bigger than Stripe.
What line, balance sheet, market data, et cetera, is he using?
Yeah, they just use the fact that there were millions of people who have been through Bolt's checkout, and they're Bolt's customers. And so as a result, they have more names than even Stripe.
Interesting. Well, some of their biggest clients have also sued them, right? Like Fanatics, they were in lawsuits with Fanatics. They're in lawsuits with the parent company of Forever 21.
Authentic Brands Groups.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's also a nice little cherry on top of, this terrible.
I remember when the last CEO was there, Maju, who we talked about, who left, they signed Fanatics. And I was like, for like a month, I'm like, there could be something here. Like Fanatics is a serious company.
It's legit. Yeah.
And you go to Fanatics website right now and you go through their checkout, and what do you see at the top? PayPal.
She back.
She back.
They are friends again.
Yes, exactly.
So, I mean, where do we go from here? Because there's also Blackrock. Can you walk through the situation with Blackrock? Because they're trying to block this whole thing essentially by filing a restraining order, is what I heard. I didn't know you'd file a restraining order.
Look, they're trying to file a restraining order in Delaware, and there's supposed to be a settlement between the CEO, the investor, to get shares back into the company. It doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like they're trying to get the company back on track. If this funding deal ever closes, there's going to be so many more lawsuits.
Oh my gosh.
For this company, they're going to pile up to the sky. It's more likely that there are cats being eaten in Springfield that this funding deal is going to sign.